How's it, everybody? Money Shot here again, and welcome back to Hawaii Crap Shooters. So Hawaii Crap Shooters are back from our trip from Las Vegas. There's so many things I want to share with you guys on this trip. This trip was kind of different though. I wanted to experiment and try out something different and document all my wins and losses. The reason why I wanted to document all my wins and losses is number one, I want to be transparent to you, all of my loyal viewers. And number two, I want to show the beginner craps players that craps is not a win all the time kind of game. I personally feel that if I show just my winnings, that would give a false expectation to the beginner craps player, especially if they're just starting off in the game. Craps is not a win all the time kind of game. You win and you lose. That's just how it is. From what I learned personally, you won't know how to win until you understand how you lost. So I hope you enjoy this trip recap. Check it out. So we left Hawaii on Wednesday, April 14th on Hawaiian Air. And while I was at the airport, I got to meet Robert, one of our viewers, who recognized me while I was dropping off my luggage. What an awesome guy. Always great to meet our viewers in person. Robert was so generous. He gave me an awesome gift, some vintage Boyd silver dollars, which is too much to give, but I'm very grateful. It was an awesome gift, and I'm putting that in my safe. And maybe later it's going to be worth a lot more afterwards. But thank you, Robert, for that special gift. So when we landed in Vegas, we were greeted in style by Platinum Limousine. Thank you, Corey Matz, for hooking us up and getting us the stretch limo. The limo was awesome. It had some crazy lights in there. Lot of room. Felt high class, kind of too high class for me, but I'm not saying no to a stretch limo ride, right? So it's cool. They picked us up at the airport and took us straight to our hotels at the California and at the Golden Nugget. So we got in kind of late, around 11 p.m. at the Golden Nugget. And I want to thank John Gianos and Mel from Craps Hawaii for helping me get my room accommodations. I chose the Golden Nugget because of its proximity to the casinos, and I was planning to jump casinos if the table get cold. Something I learned from my last trip, learn to walk. So I wanted to be able to walk to another casino, and Golden Nugget, their location, allowed me to jump casino to casino. So that's why we stayed at the Golden Nugget. So after I got settled in my room, the adrenaline was flowing. I was well rested from the 5-hour flight from Hawaii, and it was already midnight. And so guess what? Yep, I headed down to the casino and broke my golden rule about playing right when you landed. So in my past, I have not won any sessions once I got off the plane because I'm so excited. The adrenaline's flowing. I'm trying to get used to all of the hype again and the excitement of Vegas, and it always worked against me. So yep, it happened again. I went down and I saw the casino, and guess what? Stick left one. Money Shot's position was wide open, and it was like a magnet to me that I couldn't resist. So I ended up on the table at 12 midnight, 1 hour after landing, already on the table. Bought in 1,000, ready to go, excited to play some craps, and guess what I find out? It's a $25 table. So oh boy, I'm already in too deep. I already have my chips. I'm gonna play it out. Bad mistake. Lost again. So I probably am 0 for 15 on my first session off of the flight. I have not learned my lesson in that. That was poor discipline. But again, hopefully my next trip I can wait at least 2 hours before I start playing. So when the dust settled, counted up my chips, counted $307, which means I've lost $693 on my first session. Expensive lesson again, but it happened, and just wanted to share with you guys. Wait at least 2 hours before you play and you can calm down, or maybe I gotta get a sandwich or something like that. But yeah, calm down, bring down your heart rate, and try to stay calm before you jump on that table. So again, maybe next trip I'll learn to maybe even lock myself in the room. So Thursday morning, I got up for my usual 7 a.m. session, which I love the best. 7 a.m. is the best time for me to throw. I guess it's the same time that I practice at home. There's no distractions, tables are empty. I can get the dice as quickly as possible. I don't have to worry about filming or doing anything. I can just focus on myself and focus on my toss. So went down to the Golden Nugget. Golden Nugget was full, so walked over to the Fremont. Totally empty table. Got on the table and rolled a Mar-nster 33 roll. And got me, yep, another Fremont hat to add to my collection of 7 now. So I gotta hang this one up. It'll be 7 hats. Still trying to get that jacket. So for those of you guys don't know about Fremont, if you roll 25 or more, they'll give you a ticket with the number of rolls that you rolled. And if you get 25 or more rolls, that will get you a hat. And if you roll 40 or more, it'll get you a brown jacket. And if you roll 60 or more, then you get inducted into the sharpshooter club, and you get a black jacket, and you get your name on a plaque, and you are displayed with the rest of the sharpshooters in the lobby of the Fremont for life. So you're going to be part of history if you can roll 60 or more rolls. So I'm still trying to get a jacket. I try to trade in some hats for a jacket, but they just laugh at me. But I gotta earn it, and hopefully my next trip I'll earn a jacket. The closest I got is 36. This one was a 33. So, but another Mar-nster. Made a lot of profit. Made back my losses from the Golden Nugget that night. I bought in, I think 500, and I cashed out a profit of 1,400, I think, for that morning session. So great morning session, 33 roll Mar-nster. I love the morning session. So great session 1. So for session 2, it was the first ever live craps game filmed at the Fremont. It was an awesome session. I don't want to give you guys too much details on that session, so I'm not going to let you know my profitability or my losses for that session, but it was a great session. The video will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that, and then you can get the details on session 2 after you see that video. We want to thank the staff and management of the Fremont for always taking care of us, sharing their aloha to Hawaii craps shooters. We had a blast on that live craps game. So after session 2 with the live filming, we took a break, we had lunch, and now time for session 3, which we found ourselves back on the Fremont table. It was an up and down battle, bought in 1,000 for over an hour, up and down, and I said, well, I'll roll one more time and then I'll call this a session. So I counted my bankroll, still had my 1,000, so I went for the gusto. I went big. I said either I'm gonna win big or I'm gonna lose, but it's already done for the session. I'm kind of tired, so went big, and the result was lose big. So had a short roll, maybe about a 3 roller, didn't make my money shot, ended up losing 548. for that session 3. So that was another losing session for me. Now moving on to session 4, we found ourselves at the Golden Nugget. Bought in 1,000, grinded it out, started chipping away on the random rollers. Ended up at $700 still in my rack. And then Mar-nster roll, who's part of my crew, throws a monster roll. Made me $369 on her hand. So I ended up back in the positive at $1,069, cashed out, made $69. I know that's not much, but to me, a win is a win. It's better than losing. But now I'm getting more comfortable in learning how to walk away when you're ahead. Tried it out, battled it out, you know, couldn't get a monster roll until Mars roll came up. But you know, I'm happy. I was down 300, got 369, called it a day. Everything was good. $69 in the pocket. Oh, and this is not craps related, but I hit the slot machine just before I went up to the room, and I hit a $500 on the Wheel of Fortune $5 machine. This was an awesome win. So extra bonus, $500 going into the pocket for day 2. Moving on to day number 3, session 1. Again, my morning session, 7 a.m., back in the casino, went down to the Golden Nugget, tables were full, walked over to the Fremont, again, tables was empty, got my spot, threw a couple throws and hit a pretty decent hand, 23 rolls, almost another hat, 2 away, but I was happy with the 23 rolls. So I made $585 on that 23 hand roll. I was just killing the hard ways, pounding the box numbers, and at the end made up $385 profit. Great warm-up session for our next session at the beautiful Aliante Hotel and Casino up in North Las Vegas. So the Aliante staff picked up the Hawaii Crap Shooters crew in their beautiful Escalades and brought us over to the Aliante Hotel. It was about a 15-20 minute drive from downtown. The hotel is immaculate. It's a 4-diamond hotel, one of the luxury lines of the Boyd casinos. If you haven't been to Aliante, make sure on your next trip, go check it out. It's awesome. They have a lot of things. They have bingo, they have movie theaters, they have restaurants, great restaurants by the way, and their craps tables, they have the all tall small, no plexiglass on one of them, one has a plexiglass, very great bounce, 12-foot tables over there. So make sure you check out the Aliante on your next trip to Vegas. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it like we did. Well, the reason why we went to the Aliante is, surprise, we got another live craps game filled for you guys to see again. So it was an awesome session. I don't want to give you too much details, but I can tell you if the cashier's cage runs out of $100 bills, you know it was a great session. So that's all I'm gonna say. Stay tuned to our upcoming videos. It's gonna come out. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. This is something that you don't want to miss. Hit that notification bell so you'll get notified when our video comes up. But the Aliante live craps game is something you don't want to miss. So check it out when it comes out. So after the Aliante, we headed back downtown. Had to go to Main Street, had to get our COVID testing again. I know it sucks, but getting quarantined for 10 days coming back to Hawaii sucks even more. So we got our COVID test. We're so used to it because we took it so many times. Test came back negative. The good thing about the Main Street testing, they're quick, they're fast, you're in and out. It's $90, but you get your test results the next day. Mine came back negative. So we're all good, but something you have to do when you're a Hawaii resident. So we got that done and taken care of. So after our COVID test, walk from the main street, me, John G, and Mar ended up at the Golden Gate casinos. Just the three of us on the table. Love the tables there. No plexiglass, 12-foot table. The bounce is exactly like the bounce here at my house, my home table. It was an awesome table, and John G goes off. He holds the dice for, I swear, at least 45 minutes. 2.5 stick man changes. So he was going off. He hit the all tall, going for the all small. But it was an awesome session at the Golden Gate. I bought in $1,000 there, cashed out $2,276, so a profit of $1,276. We got our banana chips. So all of us three made over $1,000. We got our banana chips. Our banana chips are the yellow $1,000 chips. Here at HCS, that's our goal, is to try and see who can collect as many banana chips as we can in profits. And this was a banana chip harvest for us. So thank you, Golden Gate. We love it there. We love the tables. We had a great session. Session number 4, we found ourselves back at the Fremont. No monster rolls, but the random players actually did well. So a random player hit hard 8 parlay for me. They got me up to black chip levels, bought in 1,000, cashed out 1,750. Didn't have to do any work. The random players in this case did well and made me a $750 profit. During that session, I got to meet one of our viewers from California, Alan, who was playing right next to me. It's always great to meet all of my viewers. Thank you, Alan, for supporting Hawaii Crap Shooters. And I'm happy that you also made money on those random rollers as well. So session number 5, we ended up in the Binions. So we got on the table where there were all the lady dealers with the sexy outfits. But I gotta admit, those dealers, those women dealers were pretty on it. They paid really quickly. They passed the dice really quickly. They were on all of the payouts. They were awesome. But the players on that table were terrible. Drunk guys, messing up their bets, fumbling with their chips, stalling the game, to a point where we just left after 30 minutes. It was just ridiculous. The game, we couldn't even go half the table in 30 minutes. So we just left, 30 minutes, made $149. Not bad, but it could have gotten worse. So luckily we cashed out and walked away. Session number 6, ended up back in the Fremont again. It was a losing session. I got caught on my lay, my 4 lay once, and didn't put it back up, and right after that got caught with the 7. So they took off my arm, they took off my leg, and just left me to die. Not so bad though, just lost $249. It was a profitable day 3. I'm gonna lock it up and I'm gonna take the wins and sleep good tonight. Day 4, session 1, again, down in the casino, 7 a.m. You know how Money Shot does it. Get down there early. I got a spot at the Golden Nugget, bought in for 1,000. Super cold table. Just ended up walking, cashed out $821. Won $179. Not bad. Lost $179. So it was a losing session. So I still haven't won at the Golden Nugget yet on this trip. So another losing session on my first session on day 4. Session number 2, walked over to the Fremont again. I was now with Super Mario. Super Mario, thanks for hanging out with HCS. Super Mario is an awesome guy. If you get to know him, really cool, really humble. He is a hammer at the dice. He can throw, guys, and I would throw with you anytime, Mario. So next time, let's do it again. But this session 2 at the Fremont, it was kind of like, it was a bad session for us. We couldn't get our rolls going on this session, even though no matter how we tried, even I couldn't get some rolls going. Mario couldn't get some roll, and I saw Mario roll before, so we were kind of like depending on each other, but nobody could actually perform or get our rolls going. So ended up chipping down to 300. I bought in 1,000, had 300 left, and I was like, oh man, I gotta get out of this hole. So I waited till I get the dice, and I was gonna call it a session. Blasted the whole 300, pressed up, said I'm gonna take 4 hits, and press it up 4 times, and try to get out of this hole. But the 7 came on the 3rd shot, which wiped me out, lost my whole bankroll, $1,000 bankroll. So another $1,000 loss added to my losses for day 4 now. So 1,000 and 179 at the Golden Nugget. Oh man, I'm on a losing streak on that day. So for session number 3 on day 4, we found ourselves at the California Hotel and Casino. We got on the table, couldn't get used to the bounce there, but what was terrible was the stick man there. While I was throwing, he actually held his stick right here. Here's the stick, and he kept it out like this, out on here, and I was throwing from stick right 1, and I asked him to, hey, excuse me, can you pull up the stick? And what he does is he makes like it's a fishing pole, and he starts going like this, and then when he stops, that's when I throw, and then he does it in mid throw, and I said, what the heck? Me and John G was like, what the heck is this guy doing? So ended up 7ing out, grabbed our money, walked off, and cashed out, and fortunately lost $390 on that session. So 3 in a row losing sessions on this day number 4. It's getting sucky for us now. So session number 4 of day 4, Chef Dice calls out Money Shot and says, let's do a jacket challenge at the Fremont. Meet me at 2 p.m. So of course I'm gonna take the challenge of Chef Dice, who had just got his 5th hat as well, who tied my 33 roll. So met Chef Dice, who was staying at the Bellagio, came over to the Fremont, and at 2 p.m. we were side by side. He's stick right 1, I'm stick left 1. So he goes first. Chef Dice rolls 15 rolls, no hat. So my turn, right? So I grab the dice. I'm rolling 10, I'm rolling 15, get to 18, and then I 7 out. So 15 rolls, 18 rolls. Both of us didn't get the hat or a jacket, but back-to-back monster rolls, not monster rolls, but great rolls, 33 rolls combined, which is awesome. So we did make a lot of money on that roll in that challenge. I bought in 500, cashed out 889. That's $389 profit. Broke my losing streak from the first 3 sessions in that morning. 389, kind of recuperated my California loss, but it was a great challenge, great friendly challenge. Made some money on session 4. So that was a great comeback and bounce back. So session 5, we go back to the Aliante for our 2nd live craps filming there. Another awesome session. Again, I'm not saying anything. My lips are sealed. Stay tuned to the video. But again, make sure even if you're subscribed, make sure you hit that notification button so you will know when those videos come up. Stay tuned for that. So after Aliante, the staff, management drove us back down to downtown, and downtown is super packed. So this is on Saturday, and the parking lots are full. Fremont experience is full, just like there's no COVID. Everything's back to normal. We couldn't get on tables anywhere on Saturday. We ended up at the California. We met some of our viewers there. We met Glenn and we met Tawny there, and we just was chatting. We couldn't get on the table. Me and Mel just hanging out. We go on the slots and just talking story and having a good time, chatting about the sessions. And Mel hits the 777 on the Blazing Sevens and wins $300, in a couple of pools. And then I'm right next to him, waited a while, and like, wow, you're lucky, Mel. And then I hit the Blazing Sevens, the progressive, 1200. How lucky is that? So, not on the table Saturday night, but we did well on our slots. Actually, slots been very good to me this trip. So loving it. $1,200 something on that slot machine. It was an awesome night, meeting our viewers, not playing craps, but just hanging out. So that was our last session of the day for day 4. So moving on to our last day number 5. We get picked up from John G and his wife Maritis, who lives in Las Vegas, and they bring us to Sam's Town. We wanted to check it out as well. It's another Boyd property. I have never been there before. Beautiful resort, great amenities there. I'm thinking about staying there with the family next time I come up. We hit the tables. They have plexiglass 12-foot tables, but they also have the all tall, all small there. So we waited, we got on our slots. We were just me, John, and Mel from Craps Hawaii on the table. And John goes on a monster roll again. So he almost hit the all tall, all small. He just needed one number each. And then the dealer fumbles with Mel's bet, paid him incorrectly, tried to fix the bet, took a long time, iced John, and sure enough, when everything was settled and John threw those dice, 7 out. I was pissed. I left the table, left my chips there. Mel stayed on for a few more hands. Then I came back. I just grabbed my chips. Didn't even color up. I was so pissed off at the dealer. So I just cashed out all of my everything. All my handful of chips went to the cashier and cashed out. And I think I lost, how much did I lose on that one? I think I lost maybe about $67. Not too bad, but $67. I had 10, 10, 10 on the all tall, all small. And John, I mean, if he hit that, that would have been an easy $1,000 win. But when the mojo and the vibe is bad, I'm getting better now. I'm not hesitant to walk now, so which I think is an improvement in my craps game. But walked off, lost $67. I said, oh well. But I got to see Sam's Town. I found my $5 Wheel of Fortune machine again, played it, and guess what? Hit $1,000. So it wasn't a big loss after all. It was a win at Sam's Town. $1,000 in that Wheel of Fortune. Awesome time over there. Can't wait to get back at Sam's Town. After Sam's Town, we went to Ellis Island. We wanted to check that out as well. We heard great things about that place, about their tables, and about the great food that they have, cheap food there. So John and Maritis took us over to Ellis Island. 12-foot tables, no plexiglass, $5 minimum. but tables are hella bouncy over there. For one of the rollers, the table flew the dice off the table 4 times in a row. That's how bouncy it is. It's super bouncy. We were trying to adjust, trying to make a light toss and try to keep it low, but we couldn't handle it. But we did make a small profit. I cashed in. I bought in 500, cashed out 550, so not a total loss. We got free lunch from John and Maritus. Thank you, John and Maritus, for the free lunch, for treating us, me and Mel. But it's a great place, small place, comfortable place to play craps, but I wouldn't play on those tables only because of the bounce. So if they correct that bounce, then I'm not too sure. They have 2 craps tables, but I'm not too sure if the other table is as bouncy as that one. But the one we were on was super bouncy, so I wouldn't play over there if I had a choice. So for session number 3 on day 5, after Ellis Island, went back to downtown, went to the Fremont, got a spot on there. Didn't do so well on my own rolls, but the randoms helped me out. My quarter pounder with ease strategy made me some money. I bought in 500 and cashed out 713, so made a profit of 213. So another positive session for session number 3. Session number 4, went to the Golden Gate again, tried it out over there, hoping we get the same luck as the last time. No luck. Bought in 500, lost the entire 500. The craps table won on that battle for that session number 4. Session number 5, I bought in $800, cashed out $847. Not too bad if you only knew what happened. So I PSO'd twice. So the first round I got the dice, PSO'd. Second time I got the dice, PSO'd again. But I still managed with my crap strategies to make a $47 profit. So not too bad. I don't know what's going on with me during that time, but I think fatigue was kicking in and the lack of sleep. It was day 5 already and we played so much sessions, but I think it was just catching up to me at that point with so many sessions already. But you know, still make a profit, $47. Like I said, a win is a win. I walked off. If you're not feeling it, you gotta walk off, and that's what I did. Left with a $47 profit. So you know, when the dice is not nice on the craps table, Mr. Money Shot will go and kill some time on the slot machine. Found my $5 Wheel of Fortune again, my favorite slot machine, and bam, another $800 win. Awesome trip for slots on this. You should call me the Hawaii slot shooters instead of Hawaii crap shooters on this trip. But I am just shocked on how much times I've won on the slot machines on this trip. Session number 6, Golden Nugget. Went back to the Golden Nugget, had to put in some time in there for my comp rooms, but on the food table and when you get a lot of random players and you're by yourself, it's tough to win. And I bought in actually 1,000 and then 500 more because I think I was by myself, but I didn't want to. I was, like I said, I was tired and I didn't want to walk to another hotel. So ended up losing $1,100. It was just crazy. I can't explain it. It's just the fatigue, I guess, and my focus. And now I've learned, you know, if you're tired, you're tired. You shouldn't be playing. But loss is a loss. $1,100. It was a huge loss. But one of the worst sessions that I had during this trip. Session number 7, I think I was at the Fremont, not too sure. My last $500, I just bought in small because I knew that you know, my throws were off and everything. So just bought in 500. See if I had anything left in the gas tank. Didn't have anything left. I probably was running on fumes, but lost the $500. That was our last session. I called it quits after that, after I lost that $500 bankroll. But took some beatings at the end, and a lot had to do with fatigue and lack of sleep. So another loss on that last session. So a quick summary of our trip. It was an awesome trip. We got to meet a lot of our viewers in person, got to meet Super Mario in person. What a great guy. I got to shoot with Mel from Craps Hawaii again for the second time. For this war with Money Shot versus the craps table, this time I'm happy to say that Money Shot has won this war against the odds on the craps table and came up with some healthy profits on this trip. What an amazing trip. A lot of profits in the beginning, then the losses came at the end. But like I said, in all of my trips, there's no losses, just lessons. So I always learn from every trip. So here are my lessons that I've learned from this trip. Number one, don't play on the weekends at night with everybody and anybody on the table. It is a recipe for disaster. You know, the conditions are bad, tables are full, you don't get the dice quickly, you're not rolling with the crew because of the spots available. You get people trying to learn the game, you get people who are drunk and slow down the game. There's just so many negative factors that are against you. And bad enough already, the craps odds are against you. And if you add that kind of environment, distracting environment, it's just a recipe for disaster. So a lesson is Friday, Saturday nights, I'm probably gonna schedule maybe a show or a dinner or do something other than crap, because it is very difficult for me to win, or for anybody to win who's trying to win some serious money or taking the game serious in order to get profits. But if you're a recreational gambler and you're just playing just to play, that's fine. But I'm always trying to not lose my money and not, you know, try to make a profit. And I'm not playing just for entertainment as like a casual craps player is, but avoid the weekends. So probably I'll schedule Monday through Thursday, which is a better time to play craps. The morning times are the best times to roll. If you want to roll at Money Shot, come in the morning. You'll find me on the tables there. I'm always there only because, you know, everybody's sleeping and I get the table to myself. So that's lesson one. Lesson two, shorten your sessions. So I gotta learn. I think we've done like, I don't even, maybe like 5 to 8 sessions a day with 2 hours a piece of sessions. It's crazy. It's a grind. It's a hustle, and you can see in my trip report that towards the end, fatigue and lack of sleep had gotten the best of me, and that's when I make poor decisions. My tosses are not as crisp and precise like in the beginning of the trip. So that's a lesson. Another lesson that I've learned is to, you know, don't overwork yourself, get enough rest, play fresh. Hard to say when you're in Hawaii and you want to squeeze in as much play time, but I got to learn to fix that on our next trip and limit my sessions. And the last lesson I've learned, again, what I need to learn, is to not immediately jump into the craps table once I land in Vegas. Hopefully next trip I can be disciplined enough not to do that. Maybe I can do something else, that, you know, maybe go eat or something like that. But again, I'm 0 for 15. That's a trend that I should look into it, but I'm not gonna do that again. Maybe next trip, probably just take it easy when I land and not lose on that first session, and maybe break that curse of the first crap session curse that I have never won yet. But thank you guys for listening to my trip report. I hope you guys like the details. I hope you find it valuable that I share my wins and losses. Again, I just want to be as transparent as I can with the game of craps and be truthful in what the game is. enjoy the game, have fun with the game. If you can find an advantage, that's what makes it fun. When you think, well, we think we have an advantage, but the casinos always have that advantage. But us craps players who love the game, it's the challenge that we love actually, is trying to beat the casino. And that's why I love this game of craps, is to, that challenge is always there. Because if the challenge wasn't there, then this wouldn't be fun. But here, on behalf of Hawaii Crap Shooters, we always have fun first. That's our priority. You'll see it in our behind the scenes from Chef Dice. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, Chef Dice. He has all of our behind the scenes footage of our filming and everything. We have our bloopers on there, and great food that he reviews as well, so check it out. But on behalf of Hawaii Crap Shooters, thank you guys so much for watching us. I hope you like our craps recap here report. So enjoy and stay tuned to our live videos, which will be coming soon. I'm just excited to get it out to you guys, and promise you it won't disappoint. You're gonna love this video, these live craps video. I say it's gonna be the best ever that Hawaii Crap Shooter brings home to you guys and to all of you YouTubers. So thank you guys. Take care, stay safe, and may the dice be nice. Aloha.